right, we're going to be discussing what it means to play in a key and how to do that. If someone says you're going to play in the key of G or the key of D, what that means and how that will help you to know what key you're playing in. Most songs can be played with just 3 chords, in any key that you play in. And to play in a certain key just means you're in a certain system of chords. And if I'm in the key of D, D is going to be my 1 chord. It's the main chord I start with probably. It'll be the chord I end with. It'll be the one I always go back to. And it's the tonal center of that key is the D chord. Now, if I'm in the key of D, I'll of course have a D chord. And the other 2 chords for that key will be G and also an A chord. And I'm going to do my A chord this way. So D, G, and A. Now there are other chords you can use to play in the key of D, but those are the 3 main ones, the 3 primary chords. Okay, D, G, and A. You might want to write that down whenever you play in the key of G, or the key of D. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll just play Jingle Bells and kind of chord along with it, and you can see how I can play this song with just 3 chords. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. G. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open. Okay, you see? So I just picked a simple melody. And you can also do that with popular songs on the radio. A lot of popular songs just have 3 chords as well. All right, so the key of D, you have D, G, and A chords. If you're playing in the key of G, now G is the tonal center. It's the chord I probably will start with, the one I will end with, and it's the center. And the 3 chords will be G chord, C chord, and a D chord. So I'm going to play the same song using the G, C, and D chords, okay? Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. C chord. Oh, what fun it is. Yeah, C chord again. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. See, I could do the same thing. So you need to write that down for the key of G, G chord, C chord, and D chord. Now, for the key of A, if I'm playing the key of A, I'm going to be using A, the A chord, of course, the D chord, and also the E chord. Okay? So if I did jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse. So it's pretty low for me to sing there. But you see how I can use that system of chords and go higher or lower. And that's why we would play in various keys, is to raise or lower the pitch up when we're singing with it to make it comfortable for us. So that's the key of A. When you play in the key of E, you're going to use an E chord. You're also going to use an A chord and either a B7. You can do a B7. In a previous lesson I showed you how to do that. Or just the B bar chord here, the A major form bar chord. So you could do jingle bells, jing. This is the key of E. Jingle all the way. The A chord. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Now either a B7 or the one-horse open sleigh, or one horse open sleigh. So in the key of E, you use E, A, and B, and they're all major chords. In the key of C, you're going to use a C chord, an F chord, and a G chord. Now I'm going to do my F chord as a bar chord because I think it sounds better. You can do yours like this if you like. I showed you how to do that earlier. An F chord that way, but so C, the key of C now. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And then F chord. Oh, what fun. Back to C. It's to ride, and then a D chord. Oh, I'm sorry. One horse open sleigh. G chord there. So in the key of C, you use C, F, and G. Now, if that's kind of exhausting our open string chords repertoire there. When we go to some keys, you can't do it with open strings. You have to play some bar chords. So I'm going to show you how to pick the three chords to play in any key if you're using bar chords. Now, you should know what the names of the notes are on the low E string here. I'm just going to pick the 5th fret like I always do. And I'm going to pick the A, key of A. Now, I know we already played the key of A in open string, but let's, just for the purpose of learning this, let's do an A chord as a bar chord. Okay? Now, so that's going to be one of the chords. The other two chords will be both A form, major, like this. Right above it, same frets. 5th fret, and then the next chord will be up 2 frets. And I can do that anywhere on the guitar. Anywhere I land this finger for the E form chord, I can use the other two chords here. I'll show you. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. And then, oh, what fun it is to ride in one. All right, see? My singing's pretty low there, but you see how I can use those 3 chords? Now I can use that knowledge anywhere. I can go, let's go to 3. Let's do it on 3. In the key of G, because this is a G note. So you can pick any place on the guitar and do those 3, that pattern. You'll have the 3 chords, okay? So, you know, if you did it on 7, those would be your 3 chords. So the first one is an E form, and the next 2 are both A forms, like that. You can do the 3 chords that way. And of course there are other chords you can play, but that's just the basics, just to get you started.